So, welcome to the unique series of Learning from a Legend organized by BNI Gannikus chapter, sponsored by PB Ceramic, Manek Ratna, and Pelican Air Conditioner. The session will be live on social media by vyaparjagat.com also. Thank you for participating in today's unique Gannikus virtual learning series. Remember, just a few special announcements today. Please mute your line, but keep your video on. We will have a special question and answer round. Please drop your questions in the chat box, and when it's your turn, please introduce yourself with name and company followed by the question. Please be sure you are using high-speed internet, a high-quality headset, and webcam. Be sure you are in front of a professional background. Good evening, everyone, and a special warm welcome to our legendary speaker, Mr. Nirav Shah, and observers from BNI Ahmedabad region. I will now like to start this part of the meeting by introducing the Learning from a Legend team of the Gannikus chapter. My name is Sudarshan Golecha as the president, Jignesh Patel as vice president, Jaimin Sukhadia as the ST. And the LFL team goes with Vivek Parikh, Dishang Shah, Rishabh Zaveri, Rahul Keshwani, Neelav Parekh, Urja Patel, Bhaumik Jasani, and Sujan Singh Gular, who have helped for the success of this event. I would now like Ms. Urja Patel to introduce today's elite legendary speaker, Mr. Nirav Shah.
Good evening, all. Here we welcome Mr. Nirav Shah. First of all, I like to thank a lot Mr. Nirav Shah because he said yes to on board in the very short notice. Nirav Shah, he has done construction management from USA. He is in with many businesses and activities like real estate developer, interior and architectural designer, fitness business, success banking, wake up to drink, coffee with creativity. Along with this businesses and activity, his passion is speaking on different topics to corporates, college, schools, NGOs, and government events, to institutions, etc. Nirav Shah also loves to cartooning and making wishtunes. Satires are his hobby. Life has been interesting journey of ups and downs, riches to rags to riches again. And hence, he firmly believes that life is beautiful. People are nice. There is time to balance all dreams. Money can be attracted stress-free, and all dreams are achievable with least resistance. Via his personal counseling to individuals and various businesses, he has helped many to achieve their dreams in life. Surprisingly to him, his biggest achievement in his entire life journey is his mobile being on silent mode 24/7 since past 10 years. Here we welcome Mr. Nirav Shah. Thank you.
Thank you. Nirav, it's over to you.
Hello guys, how are you all? But my video is probably still frozen, right?
Correct, yeah, Nirav sir, but you can continue.
Okay.
In the process, we should be getting you.
Yeah. It's interesting that I got a few messages after you guys announced that I'm going to be interacting with you guys, and a few of you guys know me, so hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, sir.
Yes, fantastic. Okay, would I be getting responses or is just a one-way?
No, it's a one-way. Then we'll have a question and answer session where we'll be getting your questions from our attendees and participants, and then we'll come back to you.
Fantastic. Okay. Now the reason I had sent 2 videos was that I wanted to save on the time so that maybe we could interact a little bit more, and you guys have an idea of who I am and what I'm doing and what's my life journey like. So let me start with my life journey, right? That's I think how you want it. Is okay, fantastic. So the most interesting part is there are 6 landmark events that have happened in my life. If you heard the name of Inductotham,
yes,
Inductotham is one of the largest companies of this country, since last about 40 years, and it's a global giant. Now they, in collaboration with my dad, started Inductotham in India, and my dad was about 42. This is one of the most important messages that I give to everybody, because I guess I'm speaking to not only somebody who is a businessman or a businesswoman, but probably somebody who is a dad, who is a brother, who is a son, who is an uncle. So my talking is not only to the business people, but also to somebody, so all the roles that you are playing. Okay, so he at 42 years of age retired, and the whole society was astonished as to, Mayur bhai, why would you retire at 42 when you are the owner of the company which is the largest in the country in its own field, into making furnaces? And he had a beautiful answer to give. He said that, dear society, I've gone to a place for 21 years where I never wanted to go. I actually wanted to be, an architect and an artist, but the world programmed me to becoming an engineer, and that's where the security is. I never enjoyed what I was doing, though I became number one in the country. Now the whole society was expecting that I will be asked to join Inductotham as the son of Mayur bhai, but instead he let me be who I was. He checked on my aptitude. I went to the USA, got my construction management, and years back, there was a huge company called Pratna Constructions Private Limited, which was founded by me. By the age of 30, I was amongst the top real estate developers in the country because we have very unique concepts. I was nominated amongst the top business people of this country, the next generation names that were being, now talked about, media all over, a lot of acknowledgement and all that. And by the age of 30, I probably had anything and everything that you would dream of. But at the age of 30, I went completely bankrupt. Bankrupt in today's size of about 1,000 crore rupees. My bungalow was auctioned off. My offices were sealed across the country, Dubai. My passports were seized. There were 100+ cases on me. I went into depression, using old car, anything and everything that you can think of. During which time my wife also, went through a huge health issue. Now from the top of the world to rock bottom I hit. But I sitting in the same Ahmedabad, same city, I with the same mobile number, available to everybody, available at the same residence that I then had to shift to, I made a huge comeback. Now I'm into various businesses. I'm balancing my life very, very, very well. And what I understood is that the biggest secret that I had to learn was, one was do everything which is legal, two, very system based, and three is people skills is the most important thing that you should be knowing. Now I have a question for all of you. How many of you would want to trade 1,000 crore rupee debt with an option that, okay, aapko coronavirus nahi hoga? Think on it. So friends, one point that I want to make is that things like this will keep on happening in life and keep on coming in life. On the life scale, this is a very, very small thing that is going to happen. I'll address this point a little later. Okay. So then we made a comeback, and today we are in the field of real estate development. We are into interior designing. We are a fairly well-known brand in fitness, Neha's Fitness Studios. I'm now into proper life and business coaching because there are so many things that I've learned with life, with this entire journey. We are huge into philanthropy, and all of this. But at the end of this all, in general, if I have to summarize, I think life is very, very beautiful. If we understand the people skills and people are very nice in this world. There's enough time to balance everything. There's nothing like I'm 20, so I'll do this, and I'm 40, now I'll do this, or 60, I'll do this. Okay. As a matter of fact, you could ask me this question later if you want to, but this coronavirus, other than, of course, if I fall sick, it's going to affect me, but otherwise, it has not affected me. It is not going to affect my businesses. It has not affected me whether I'm still sitting at home or sitting in office. Everything seems the same. Rather, this is more beneficial, it looks like to me. Okay, because of the balance of life that we've been able to achieve. Okay, So this is basically my life journey and what all I do. If I have to now speak on business, okay, how many of you, I don't know, will I get a reply or it's going to be a one way right now? Again?
No, you can get if you want. We can have an interactive session if you really want to.
Okay. So I think it's fun. It would be fun if we interact. I can go one way. I mean, but probably, you know, it gets a little boring for you guys. I don't know.
No,
So
no,
are we heading in the right direction right now?
Yes, sir. We're learning from you, as in we are learning from the experience that you've been having for a period of time.
Fantastic.
So if you want a dual way communication, we can ask a few of the members to come up and interact with you as well at the same point of time, sir.
Okay, so let me lay a little bit more of a foundation and then we start. Okay, where do we do that, right? Okay.
Sure, sir.
Now, what I request everybody is that you could probably have, maybe a note and a pen handy, and because later stage you probably missed the point if you ever wanted to ask me a question. Now, my summary about life at large and business, both I'll now share with you guys. If you remember the video that I sent you, I talked about balance. I talked about business being a very small part of life and we should be balancing it. I also talked about the fact that, we as head of the family, or we as, and I'm talking about men, women, both over here, because you are all probably, earning members. So it's not only about earning, but it's also about what kind of vibrations you are sending to your family, what kind of vibrations you are sending to your, team in the business and all that. And hence it's very important to be a very balanced human being. And balance coming, you're not acting balanced, but it coming out of belief. You are a part of the balance. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. So one learning that I have got from life is that your dreams has a relationship with only 4 things, and note it down, guys. Okay. Unfortunately, my video is frozen, so I'm not being able to share the visual, but dreams has a relationship with 4 things. One is time. Second is your career, the money that you make. Third is the people that you have to ultimately negotiate or be around. And fourth is self. And self would essentially mean the self-focus, self-excitement, or your subconscious mind's, hidden powers. These 4 things. So let's take an example how it works. I understand this is a business session. I'm getting to the business part. But say, let's assume you want a car. What do you need? If somebody can interact with you. You need money. Am I correct?
Sir, you need money.
Fantastic. Now, if I want to be fit, I want to have a nice muscular body, a lean body, then what do I need? I need time. Yeah, so I need time for that.
Yes.
Am I correct? Right.
Correct.
So what I'm trying to tell you is that why are these 4 things essential is what I'm trying to prove to you guys. And these are the only 4 things that I've mastered. And every dream that I now think of comes true, because either it is time or people or career or myself. Okay, this is one thing that we need to understand and learn. Coming to the business part, the career part, the business part. How many of you read the book, by Robert Kiyosaki, The Cash Quadrant? Okay, I don't know how many, but
there's only one person. Mavir has read it.
Yeah, Mavir would have. Mavir, this is the same Mavir?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he would have. Okay. And Devang Bhai would have. I understand that, yes.
Mahesh Barot has also read it.
Fantastic. So let me talk about
few people who have read it.
Let me talk about it. Such a nice thing he has said. He says that there are 4 quadrants through which you could be making money. If you are an employee, you are spending all your 8-10 hours every day for the rest of your life, and you're working for somebody and you're getting paid for it. Second is, you are a businessman, that's what you think. But if your business needs you all the time, then you are self-employed. It's a business, yes, but you are self-employed, because without you, the business can't happen. Most of us are self-employed. People who are not self-employed but have a business in its actual sense, which I'll define, would not actually have an issue when things like coronavirus happen. And I'll explain you how and why and what. But my point is that, so the third quadrant is where you are a businessman, and businessman means you have innumerable people working for you. You have excellent set systems. You are backed by automation. There is enough leadership in the organization. And the employees, the leadership are through the systems, the documentation, and the automation functioning. And you are not required in the business, or you are just one part of the business. If there are 500 people handling the business, you are that 500 or the first or the 350th. You are not the owner. This has to be our goal ultimately. That's what I am striving upon. That's what I continuously observe from the big wigs in the in the field. This is what we teach in our counseling to the businesses that we do. I do not want to stay as a self-employed businessman. I want to become a businessman in its true sense. And the fourth is an investor, where he's investing his money into businesses and he's making money, and he has nothing to do with the business. You need to ask yourself a question. Am I a businessman, or I'm a self-employed person in so-called business of mine? This is the first question that you need to ask. How would the process go then? The process would go like this, that first, when you start the business, initially, yes, you have to be the self-employed kind, where you are understanding your business. Periodically, you keep on changing your model, your entire model. You still don't have a completely perfect, smooth, flowing process for your business. But you have to ask yourself, is this happening because I am constantly taking impromptu decisions? I'm not giving enough trainings to my employees. I'm not delegating enough to my employees. I do not have systems. My focus is to get the work done. Doesn't matter whether there is a system or not. You have to ask yourself. It's going to be a little tough, because see what happens is, let me give you an example. McDonald's is a very favorite example of mine. Where is the owner sitting? Owner is not even existing right now. He is probably no more. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yet 40,000 outlets, without calling each other, without having to call the owner, are operating around the world and selling billions of burgers. What is working? The system. If I go to McDonald's and tell him that I want 1,000 burgers, but can you make the aloo patty, the aloo tikki inside, a little thicker? What do you think is going to be the reply? Sorry, sir. They will not go for the 1,000 burgers ka order. Instead, they'll stick to the system, because they do not want to keep on doing customized things all over the world, and instead be this a business which keeps on changing, because order le lo na bhai. No, they work only as per the system. Sir, this is exactly how we go about the whole thing, and this is what you want, we give it to you. Otherwise, we cannot. And hence, McDonald's sells more burgers at a higher cost than the dabeli wala next to him. Try to understand the difference. Okay. Now what? So the moment somebody is hired, there's a huge manual, a huge training that you go through. That this is how the McDonald's will work. This is how your post will work. This is how your machine will work. This is how things will happen. This is from where the potato will come. This is from where the oil will come. This is the size of the burger. This is how the patty will be. All of it fully defined. Nobody can change it. Not the manager of any McDonald's, not the boss himself of the entire McDonald's company. So that is tough. And the moment you come to that one, okay, now I feel my business is working as per the system. Actually, everything is happening the way it has been defined. It's called that now you have a proof of your first model. The unit economics is called. Then what you keep do is you create your documenting systems, and you try to back it up with automation, which is essentially the ERPs and the ZAPs and all the kinds of softwares. I'll tell you why. Another example. Coming back to McDonald's. So McDonald's had this very, very strict, definition that okay, the potatoes will come from this field. This will be the size of the potato, and I want every chip to be 3 mm by 3 mm, and all kinds of definition. And then the potato will stay in this kind of oil in this machine for 3 minutes, and after 3 minutes it will come out in this pack, and this is the amount of salt you will put into it and give it to the customer. Wow, such a fantastically defined system. But when they were taking surveys from across the globe, they were getting complaints that our chips are little kacha, our chips are little overcooked, despite of the strong systems. Hence, see what they did. What they did is that they realized that the person who is standing, जो chips को fry कर रहा है, is ultimately a human being. So 3 minutes could be a guess. He could probably go to the washroom. He might be in a bad mood. He's talking to one of his colleagues, and maybe he's overcooking or undercooking it. And that's where automation came into picture. They said, let's have an eject button. 3 minutes, the machine ejects the chips. Now the human being is out of picture. Human being is more to just kind of, probably transfer the chips from the frying, pan to the holder. Okay. So the whole point is that they probably ran one McDonald's, exactly got a hang of what's happening, then the systems, then the documentation, backed up with automation, and then the franchising. Friends, with the coronavirus, if that's the case, first of all, I do not see why there is going to be a huge shift in anything at all. Maybe a minor shift, but the minor shift is not because of coronavirus. Minor shift was always being told by the bigwigs that this is how you actually work in life. Tell me something. How many of us are feeling insecure right now? We are all, I am feeling insecure because my base is Ahmedabad. My business comes from Ahmedabad. My business comes from a few customers. But people who are spread across the world, people who are online, people who are delivering online, people who do not have to bank on a region, on a small customer base, are secured because they know that if the business doesn't come from here, it will come from there. Doesn't come from there, it will come from here. So the whole point is that whether coronavirus or no coronavirus, we always had to become a business and not remain a self-employed business. We always had to now get into systems. We always had to get into, now with automation, and so many things going online, right? It's also so very possible. So that change was always due, even before this. But yes, that's one change we should all focus upon. Otherwise don't see a huge shift happening, because after a few months, life will have to, kind of go on. Our population in India is such that not everybody is high tech. Not everybody can, get into high tech businesses. Not everybody understands systems. Not everybody understands online ways of functioning. We have a population which is so much of, labor based and, the unskilled kinds and all that. So yes, few things will change, but not everything. Yeah, a little bit of maybe shopping habits might change, in the sense that थोड़ा स्मशान वैराग्य आया होगा ना लोगों का. Everybody understands Hindi or Gujarati? You understand what is smashan vairagya? This temporary, spiritual feeling that, oh, I need to alter my life and all that. Either you really think serious and change things forever. Don't just get influenced क्योंकि अभी घर में बैठे हो और you are meditating and भगवान ज़्यादा याद आ रहे वगैरह. Okay, so some changes might happen initially, that people might get off luxurious things in life. Okay, a little bit. Because they're all insecure, do not know what exactly is going to happen. They're all going to focus more on the daily needs and all that, but not really. And if you are into a business where you have to think of 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, it's actually, it's still not a business. You still, your net is not wide enough to be to be being secured. Okay. So let me tell you something. Let me put it this way, that if we all live for 80 years, can someone help me with 80 years of life into 365 days into 24 hours? Can somebody help me? 8 lakh? I don't know. 8 lakh hours?
7 lakh. 7 lakh 800.
Fantastic. Okay. Even if we are into 3 months of lockdown, how much is that?
19 to 24. 2160 around.
Which is what? 0.001%, 1%, half a percent?
10.
What percentage of your entire life hours?
0.3.
Are you understanding what I'm saying? This is no big deal, dear friend. This is no big deal. If we look at the lifespan, it's like I'm going to Mumbai and there's a puncture. Now, because of the puncture, will I stop traveling? Will I go back to my home? No, puncture ho gaya. No, because the entire journey, I know it's about 500 kilometers. Ek puncture ho sakta hai. But the questions like, have you overcommitted in life? Are you showing off by overspending? And now you are worried about the installments to be paid. These are all key questions you have to be asking. Not because of this. In life, anything that you are not doing legal, you are doing, even if it's not the nature of law. I mean, a law of nature, it's going to hurt you. Okay. How many of you think that, I don't know, I mean, many of you probably don't know me, but when I speak at larger forums, I ask them that which watch do you think I'm wearing? Which car do you think I'm driving? Which mobile do you think I'm, using? What kind of residence do you think I'm living in? And most of the people end up giving names like Audi or BMW. They end up giving iPhone, some branded watch, and some exotic bungalow. And when I tell them that no, this is how simple I live, they are astonished. What does your image, what does your, have to do with what you are using? It depends on the deeds, friends. The sheer fact that you have invited me to speak to you guys talks about my deeds and my image. None of you checked. None of you asked me what I'm using right now, or will not have you on the, the speaker today. A lot of us are unnecessarily showing off. Our businesses cannot afford it, but we are showing off. And then in times like this, yes, you could end up having questions. You could end up feeling insecure. And this is the time when you really need to set things right instead of still going wrong to sustain what you're doing. In case, I do not know. I can't even see a single face. I do not know. I have no idea who's sitting in front of me right now. Okay, but so let me right. Okay. So can you open the forum to people? I mean, this is how I would like to set up the
Vihar, you can go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. First of all, I'm Vihar Fadia. I'm an architect.
Oh, wow.
We are designing residential, commercial, and institutional buildings.
So you look like an architect with your long hair and beard and all.
Thank you very much. So my question is the business, like an architecture, is all about customization. It depends upon site situation, client's requirement, climate, etc.
Yeah.
So how that McDonald's kind of system can be applied in this kind of business?
Okay. My dear, I lost your name. I'm so sorry. I forgot.
Vihar Fadia.
Yeah. Sorry. Nihar Fadia?
Vihar.
Okay, Vihar. So Vihar, if you have read my this thing, I also am an interior designer.
Yeah.
And I also do architectural conceptualization. Okay. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. That can't see is an interior designing or an architecture firm only about functioning on the site, or it is also about back office? Both way, right? Okay. So would your office need an ERP? Can it be managed by ERP? Can it be managed by software like Smart Task and all that? Can Can your projects, the day they are, the day we start, can't we have the CPM, software, the critical path method, and all that?
Yeah, we can use.
Okay. So
But it's
yeah, tell me.
so it's a like after designing process.
Yeah.
I am talking about that kind of how project we can take like in the McDonald's system.
No, I'll tell you what. I'll share all the systems that I have adopted with you once we open up.
Okay.
But the point is that I have a checklist. So you could checklist also is also a system that okay, do we have the site conditions in place? Are these 75 drawings ready? Has the payment been made before the next set of drawings is sent? Are the drawings in the folder? What if the draftsman tomorrow is ill? Who will pick up the drawings from that folder? Okay.
Right.
Are we on time? Is training given to the karigars that you cannot spit on the side, you cannot use the toilet, so all that is given in writing instead of expecting that your engineer will remember to tell him, all this. So there are a lot of ways. See, I understand this is not an assembly line manufacturing.
Exactly, yes.
So that's the only area where you will have to be customized.
Perfect.
But everything else can be systemized, right?
Perfect. Understood.
But you can still get my number from, somebody there.
We will help him out. Sure.
Okay.
And then I'll share how I have. See, you have taken a decision that if I have to do interior designing myself, the business as a whole, I'll quit the business.
Oh.
Because I want to be a free man.
Right. It's great.
Yeah. Fine. Okay. I hope I did give you some insights.
Okay. Definitely, I will call you and I will get in touch with you. And I will. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you, VR. So I also have a question with you, sir.
Please.
We are in a stage of our business right now where we are not that Dabeli guy and we are not that MACD person.
Yes.
So we are in between of the stage. We are facing a survive, like you told, we are spending over. I agree.
Okay.
But we are in the phase where we are building systems like MACD.
Okay.
The prices people want to pay is not more than Dabeli. Okay. So for the businesses like this, what should be done?
Fine. So if your question is how to prioritize the spending,
not the spending, but how to face the change in a way that we.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. So I'll tell you, it's almost okay. It's almost like a 6 months to 1 year process to go from one culture to another.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So first is the owners have to take a decision of this is how we want it to function. Okay. And you completely know as owners that we are completely off this. I mean, you are not really doing this, but this is how we would want it. Okay. Now the owners have two options. One is they can order their next line of people or the key people के इस तरह से company चलाने की है. Versus you can go and say कि boss company कैसे चलानी चाहिए? क्या मैंने ये सोचा है इस तरह से चला सकते हैं? See, what is the difference between the two? Well, I'm asking you the question.
First is instructing and seconding letting people do it by themselves and come
yes.
to.
So two things happen. One is that you back of your mind know that यही करवाना है, लेकिन उनको पूछ के करेंगे तो उनको लगेगा मुझे पूछ के किया. That is one possibility. Second is that lot of times they have better ideas than we have, or they actually know what's happening on the field. I'll not name the company, but there's a 1,000 crore rupee company that I'm consulting right now. And the owner, when he took we had 7 sessions, and we went with a plan. And when we showed it to the first set of 5 key managers, you have no idea how much they made, changed it. And we had to say, yes, you are right. The way we were thinking and the way you are thinking and what's happening on the field is completely different. But the point is, let me come to this. It's a 1 year transition period because everybody in the company is so used to doing things one way. that you as owners will have to be very, very patient. You will have to be in a submissive mode that, नहीं sir, आप बोलो, नहीं बोलो, आप बोलो, नहीं आप भूल जाओ मैं owner हूँ, आप बोलो, आप, okay. And then the system is set. What you will do is you will get into automation. The right softwares that, because उसके बाद आप हंसते हंसते क्या कह सकते हो, बॉस ये कंप्यूटर मान नहीं रहा है, करना तो ऐसे ही पड़ेगा, क्या समझे आप? If the system says that voucher बना के काम करना पड़ेगा, और अगर वो आता है, नहीं सर मेरा बच्चा गिर गया है, मर जाएगा, ये वो, कल स्कूल का फी भरना, मुझे प्लीज पैसा दे ही दो एडवांस में, कल आके वाउचर भर दूंगा, तो आदमी का इमोशन पिक्चर में आ गया. पर आप, I've lost the picture. I mean, am I audible?
Yes,
Yep, you are audible, sir.
So okay, look, let me put it this way. अगर आपका एक फेटल एक्सीडेंट हो जाता है और आप पेटीएम मशीन के पास हो और कार्ड घर पे भूल गए हो, आप जाके रो, हाथ, you go down to the machine, आप हाथ जोड़ो, ये सब, will it give you money?
No, it won't.
It will not. It will say, insert the card. This is the meaning of systems. And this is why these global giants are winners. Because after setting the systems, by involving people, because you don't want to lose the key people, they have replaced the system with machine. And the owners keep on smiling, पर मैं क्या करूँ, system नहीं चल रहा. आप एयरपोर्ट पे जाओ, क्या करते हैं? Sir, you are right, systems are down. Sir, you are right, systems are down. Sir, you are right, systems ऐसा ही कहती है. So they'll keep on smiling, sir, you are right, but they will not do anything else. Yeah, so it's a process.
True.
Anybody else?
Yeah, thank you very much. Vivek bhai will be the next to ask the question.
Yeah.
Hello, Nirav bhai. Thank you very much. First of all,
yes, Nirav bhai. I think I know you. Looks like I met you somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. I'm Vivek Parikh. My company name is Remax Metro, and I'm a real estate consultant.
Yes.
I'm in this business since last 10 years.
Okay.
And you have created landmark projects, which I have started lately, but still they are in demand in resale. Whenever someone comes up with a bungalow in Manik Bagh.
Yes, so Prathana, just to add to your knowledge, that Prathana is still there, but it's a huge land bank now.
Yes.
But we have a new brand which is called Foliage Real Estate Developers, and all the olive projects, all the orange projects, they all fall under Foliage. So, olive, grace,
Nail bhai is with you?
Nail is my brother, real brother.
Okay. I met him once opposite CN office.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is where I also sit.
Okay, then we'll love to meet you again.
Absolutely. Yeah. Tell me.
So I wanted to know that you said you are reaches to Rex stories from top to bottom.
Yes.
So right now the situation is very similar. People will be very demotivated because of this corona thing, and they want to start. It will be starting from zero for everyone. So how did you motivated yourself when you went rock bottom and you got up and you started again, and now you are where you are?
Now, I don't want to sound as if I'm arguing with you, but I would love to, I don't know, maybe one more time we can meet up like this, or I have just finished a 21 video program where I'm speaking about a lot of such things. I'll tell you that first of all, I personally feel that it's not going to be as drastic as we think. That is my personal feeling.
It's about mental things, sir. Not it won't be. It's about how will everyone deal mentally on this.
So
it's all in mind.
So a few people are familiar about my teaching, but I talk about power of spoken words, power of visualization. So एक काम करते हैं. अगर हम let's assume we are 30 people right now.
Yes.
Okay. आज हम 30 लोग ऐसा बोलना शुरू करें, बॉस कल से बहुत मंदी आने वाली, तो कल शाम कितने लोग बोलेंगे? 60 people. परसों, it's like this virus thing only.
Cascading effect.
Can we instead see? Or I'll tell you, we are such a small fish in this entire ocean that either way it's not going to matter a lot. Okay. अगर हम 30 लोग आज ऐसा डिसीजन लेते, let's start speaking that it's going to be phenomenal once we are out of the break. It's going to be phenomenal once we are out of the break. कल कितने लोग बोलेंगे? फॉर नो रीजन 60 लोग बोलेंगे, फॉर नो रीजन 120 लोग बोलेंगे, क्योंकि नेगेटिव में भी कोई रीजन नहीं था, पॉजिटिव में भी कोई रीजन नहीं. It really is a very it's a mind game, my dear friends. It's a mind game.
So that's what I wanted to hear, that how people should think.
But see, this is still, I am not giving you a logical explanation because we don't have enough time right now.
Yes, no problem. I'll come and
what I'm trying to, okay, or you guys can, what you can do is you can maybe connect to me and I'll send you all the videos. I did a 21-day session on how to program your life and mind and all that. Or on Facebook it is available day-wise.
Okay. Thank you.
But I'll tell you that let's assume that 100 people starts thinking that बहुत गलत होने वाला है, right? तो 99, और अगर एक आप हो जो तय करते हो कि नहीं मैं ऐसा नहीं सोचूंगा, तो 100 में से कम किसका थोड़ा ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा? क्योंकि आपका फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड अलग है ना. You be that one.
Yes.
And I'll teach all the 99 the same thing.
Yes. So you have to be positive and you have to.
Yeah. See, what will change? In the morning, what do you take? सुबह उठकर क्या करते हो?
चाय पीते.
वो पियोगे इसके बाद? नहीं, मेरे बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. एवरीबॉडी प्लीज लिसन टू मी नाउ. ओके सर, वो चाय पियोगे?
पिएंगे.
ब्रश करेंगे?
यूजुअल रूटीन.
पेस्ट भी यूज करोगे? नहाना भी नहाओगे भी विद द सोप ओनली ना? टॉवेल चाहिएगा? हाँ के ना?
हाँ सब.
कपड़े.
You will need everything.
तो मुझे बताइए आप क्या नहीं करोगे?
Very true.
Think about it.
Thank you.
Friends, actually nothing will change. Only what will change is some people's mindsets. That's all.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Nirav. I'll get connected with you.
Thank you, Bhai. So we have one more question to go. Let it be Vedang Dave. So we can be fast to questions.
Hello.
And we can.
Hello, sir.
Hey, how are you? Oh, I love the color of your T-shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Actually,
tell me.
આપણે વાત થઈ હતી જ્યારે લોકડાઉન સ્ટાર્ટ થયું ત્યારે WhatsApp પર.
Okay, all right.
Yes. Actually, હું ઇલેક્ટ્રિકલ કોન્ટ્રાક્ટિંગ અને ડિઝાઇન કન્સલ્ટન્ટ છું.
Yes, MEPD માટેનું, right?
Yes, right. So મારો ક્વેશ્ચન એ તમને હતો કે you have to say કે you have lots of business variations, like તમે ઘણા બધા બિઝનેસ કરી રહ્યા છો, તો બી તમે આટલી સારી રીતે ફિટનેસ માટે એના માટે ટાઈમ સ્પેર કરી શકો છો, તો how you can manage the time?
Okay. So આનો જવાબ હું તમને બીજી રીતે આપું છું. By the way, I want everybody to know કે મારો મોબાઈલ 10 વર્ષથી 24/7 સાયલેન્ટ ઉપર છે.
Okay.
Right? એ મારા ઇન્ટ્રોડક્શનમાં ઉર્જા said that. Urja, thank you so much for that. Not even once has it rung, and two, not also in vibration mode.
Oh.
Right? એટલે મોબાઈલનું બિલ ભરું છું. મોબાઈલ ચાલુ છે. Okay? So, but then again, that's a module and it's on already as a video, I think Devang bhai ne to મળે છે ને બધા video.
હા, actually મેં પણ જોયા છે વિડિયો તમારા Facebook માં.
Fine. So the whole point is ke time, right? Okay, so I'll not answer, I'll put it this way. Again, there is a module called time management over the week નામનો એક વિડિયો છે, તમને મોકલી દઈશ, પછી મને મેસેજ કરજો તમે.
Sure.
But everybody please listen to me now. Sir, don't look at a day of 24 hours. Look at a week of 168 hours. એમાંથી તમે માઇનસ કરી કાઢો 9 into 7, 63 hours of sleep, getting ready, eating. Put 10 hours including commuting of work.
Okay.
એટલે લગભગ 60 એ થયા. 60 અને 63 103. હવે એમાં પુટ અપ કરો 5 દિવસ your 1.5 hours of exercise. So 9 કલાક પુટ કરો. Okay. 1 hour of family time every day. 7 કલાક બીજા પુટ કરો. Okay. તમે બધા જ ક્યાં ગિટાર વગાડો છો, ડ્રોઈંગ કરો છો, હાર્મોનિયમ શીખો છો, ડાન્સ શીખો છો, બધું માની લઉં અને અઠવાડિયામાં તમે 2 વાર એને 2 કલાક આપી દો, એનો ટોટલ મારો. In other words, what I'm saying is, તમે put up કરો activity, and if one of you can come with more than 168 hours in a week, I will teach you the technique of how to prioritize time. Nobody till now in my entire journey of 10 years of counseling and mentoring 1,000 people has come up with a problem over 168 hours. 24 કલાકનો issue. સમજ્યા બધા હું શું કહેવાનો પ્રયત્ન કરું છું?
એકચ્યુઅલી સર આના માટે હું સ્પેશિયલી તમને મળીશ.
હા, મળજો તમે, પણ પેલું વિડિયો જોઈજો પછી મને મળો.
પાકું, શ્યોર.
હા, પણ તમારા તમે જે પણ કાર્યો કરો છો ને બધા એ 168 hours ના વીક ઉપર પુટ અપ કરો એમ કહું છું. ક્લેરિટી ઓફ ડ્રીમ્સ હોય ને તો 100% ટાઈમ પર. I work out, I sketch, I handle all these businesses, I counsel people, and છતાં પણ હું માક્યો મારું છું. મને ઉર્જાએ સવારે કીધું આજે આવશો સાહેબ, મેં કહ્યું સારું ચલો. એટલે એને કીધું ને બિઝી શેડ્યુલ તારું હસતો હતો.
Thank you, Nirav, for this.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
બોલો.
One question by Harshil Thakkar.
હા, બોલો હર્ષલ.
So, hi Nirav.
Yeah, Harshil, we met somewhere.
Maybe no, I don't remember, but maybe. So I'm Harshil Thakkar, and I am having my business of wood and plywood in Lati Bazar.
Okay.
And, yes. So my question is, let's say to reach at the stage, at the stage where you are, or somebody will be, and starting from the scratch or starting from somewhere at the age of, let's say, 25 to 30. So what kind of let's say you will say that kind of goals or kind of things that one should keep in mind in his or her own business, so that you should not get let's say diverted, and then by somewhat by overspending in your own business or by diverting and starting some new business, so that you can reach to your goal, and the way you have reached your goal.
Okay, how is age related to the business size?
So age is related to business size. If I talk about myself, that I am again from by qualification I am CA, and I work for PwC for 10 years, and then after I switch into my business. So the thing is that once I switch into my business, I think that if I would have spent that 10 years in my business earlier, then the scenario of my business would have been something else, because it's a family business.
So let me ask you a question. I mean, you are of course a chartered accountant, that's another story, but when I eat a burger, do I ask what is the age of the owner?
No.
Okay, right? So the point is that the size will depend on how the systems are set and how you are spreading it. You still have to work only 8 hours or 6 hours or 4 hours only. But how much of time duplication you are creating through the right people, the right technology, right systems is what really matters. Right? When I eat a burger, do I ask whether the burger is made, the owner of the company is a woman or a man? No. How does business and age matter? I need to understand, or we need to sit in person. I think it's still again the same thing. Mind, your mind frame. Okay. What your goal should be, sir, is what is Deloitte? It's a chartered accountancy firm, right?
Yes.
Then why? And tell me, sir, the advice that you give, how is a chartered accountant of Deloitte giving any different advice?
Yeah, it's just let's say if on the same topic, so they have a system, correct? So they have in-house knowledge system also.
This some person years back has made a system where 50,000, 60,000, 1 lakh chartered accountants are working under the brand name. That's the power of the brand. Otherwise, he has hired the same brains, which is you. Right?
Yes.
Now, he can be 90 right now, but he's earning billions. Is he working?
No, people he employed.
Right? And people, so it's a system. It's the system and the brand name. Yeah?
Yes.
I hope I don't know, did I answer your question?
No, correct. But sure, we'll meet up sometime.
Absolutely, yeah. So everybody needs to change their mind, mind frames. Absolutely.
Thank you, Arshil. And just one last question to wind up the question to the session. Just a question by Rahul Keshwani. Can you address Rahul?
Yeah. Nirav bhai, kem cho?
Oh, good to see you. How are you?
Good, sir.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Question like you had your 10 years, right, from 32 till 40 age. You were broke down and you had seen a lot many problems.
Yeah.
What was this one thing that motivated you and keep you going on for your journey of life, or you'll say that to bring you out of that position? What was it, the one thing that was motivating you? How you were keeping up to it, Ellen?
Okay. So two things were there. One is that it's funny that okay. So what I did is, for some reason, I practiced this theory of visualization.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is, in my room, my office, everywhere, I put up huge images of my dreams. Now I was on the road. I had no money. I was begging and borrowing. But my room still had pictures of sports cars, huge bungalows, and all that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was illogical. See, I'm it's good to do. In my modules, I teach that it's good to do that. But then there was no logic to it that time. My modules, I give the logic. But what happens is that if our subconscious mind doesn't understand that how will the Lamborghini come, it will give up on the dream. Right? My case, what happened is that I used the power of submission technique. This is for everyone to listen, and this could be the last answer of mine. Imagine 1,200 people asking for their properties or their money, which included banks, customers, goons, police, advocates. 1,200 people. Okay, all schemes everywhere. Initially, I tried to act like a tough, builder and not answer people and all that. But it was keeping me very tense. I was not sleeping well every day because I knew that I'm acting. Tomorrow morning, again, I have to, encounter people. Okay, right? I'm coming, basically answer them, right? Instead, I started with this theory called power of submission, which meant that if I would get a call from somebody saying that, Nirav, you owe me so many crores or so many apartments or so much land, my first reply would be, you are right. The moment he got this reply, you are right, 90% of problem was solved. Because they were expecting that I'll be fighting, I'll be saying no, I'll not pick up the call, I'll not be available to them. Then they would say that, so how do you plan it? My next question would be, let's meet up. 5% of more problems solved, 95% problem. Because अरे यार ये तो आदमी हाँ कह रहा है और मिलना भी चाह रहा है. When I would meet up, I would tell them the truth that, sir, the reality is that I have nothing left. These are my properties. उसमें cases चल रहे हैं और मैं अब क्या करूं? मुझे आपको देना है पैसा. And what they would say is that, Nirav bhai, I will give you my advocate. I will be with you. Let us fight together. Instead of being an opposite party, they all became party with me. Power of submission. And instead of single-handedly fighting with people, I had the entire support of मेरे से पैसे मांगने वाले लोग मेरे support. And they all realized that here is a man who is honest, who is transparent. And then they would do an MOU with me saying that, okay, तो ये अगर आपका हो जाता है, इसमें से मेरा इतना निकाल दोगे आप और इतना आप रखोगे, right? I said, fine, absolutely. I sold off my bungalow, I sold off my offices. I went down to non-luxurious lifestyle and was continuously available to people and telling them truth all the time. And all these people from Ahmedabad wanted to support me. I could make a comeback. I paid everybody back, and the same very people today say that you will not find a family like this. They were never wrong in their niti. They were never wrong in their approach. They are very talented. It's just that some circumstances led them to this. What I'm trying to tell you guys is, do not live an artificial life. Use this technique. And sir, answering your question, the moment I got a proof that, oh wow, this is working for me, I kept on dreaming big and kept on practicing this, the power of submission. And a day came when everything was paid off. all the properties today's rate are completely different. Same people are investing in the new real estate that I'm doing, and you know where I'm now right now.
100%, sir.
Okay, so yeah, so visualization.
Visualization, the power of submissive. I'll say that the power of submission is a great thing to do.
Yeah.
To follow. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Nirav bhai.
Pleasure.
Thank you, Nirav bhai. The whole session was very interesting. So before I close for today's meeting, I would like everyone to share one good thing you learned from this session in a Nothing Official group, so that all feedbacks will be posted to Nirav bhai by Urja on what we all felt by the session, because we individually cannot thank you over here.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing same, and we'll letting you know about this feedback completely.
Absolutely, yes. And everybody can access me if you want to, and I'll make you go through a process, which could be helping you, right?
Sure, sir. Okay. So thank you everyone for attending and participating in the week's learning from the Legend Series 2 and making such a positive contribution. The speaker for the next series is cricketer Parthiv Patel, invited by Vivek Parikh on Friday 10th April at 5 p.m. So I would like to end the session with this today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.